Hello, everybody. This is Nanette Kennedy from Humanities Team and the Evolution Revolution. And we are reading Storm Before the Calm. And I'm going to hand it over to Linda because the document I'm working with doesn't have any page numbers, so I can't get you in the place you need to be. So anyway, Linda, welcome and thank you.
Okay, well, when we get started reading, we'll be on chapter 9 or conversation 9. But when we wrapped up last week, what we said we were going to do was go back into chapter 7 and look at the 7 simple questions. And so the 3 persistent questions, I'll read them. 1 is, how is it possible that 6.9, and we need to adjust that for current numbers, billion people can all claim to want the same thing, peace, security, opportunity, prosperity, happiness, and love, and be singularly unable to get it? Number 2, is it possible that there is something we do not fully understand about life, the understanding of which would change everything? And 3, is it possible that there is something we do not fully understand about ourselves, about our own life and its purpose, the understanding of which would shift our reality and alter our experience for the better? And then the 4 fundamental questions of life are, who am I? Where am I? Why am I where I am? And what do I intend to do about that? Now, if you've been readers of Neil's work for any length of time, these questions have been posed to you before. And so that answers, I think it was Angela that brought it up. We didn't really talk about them. And my response, although we never got to that, to the point where we got to talk about it, my response would have been, I didn't feel the need to dig into these because these are review for me anyway, as a reader of Neil's work. But for those of us who have not been reading all along, these questions may be new. And so I think it's a valuable thing to stop and discuss them if there's interest in doing it. So do we have any discussion we want to begin on?
I have something to say, if it's okay. I was just listening today, about the, this virus thing. Viruses are always, they're very clever. They keep changing themselves, adapting to situations. But we have to keep renewing ourselves to adapt to situations as well. And we haven't been doing that because we've been living in our heads. We haven't been living in our body, and our bodies are our homes, and there are ways of doing it, and we need to get back there. And that would be one, that would be a way because it would release the power that is within. Then I understood today, what I understood today was, there is the heaven and the earth, and we are the anchor. If our Ferrari, as Nanette will know about, isn't working, we don't know how to work it. We cannot be anchor of the heaven and earth and this planet is not in safe hands the way we are right now because we didn't know that we are. But we can do something. But we can do something about it, and there are ways to do something about it. That's how I see it.
I mean, for me, the big thing that I think Neil pushes on a lot and that I've gotten from his work is the part where we are, that you're you and I and me, and those people in that country are someone else, and I don't need to care about those people. And I don't need to care about the people down the street who, you know, since you brought up COVID, who got laid off from their work and can't afford to pay their rent and buy food this, you know, month. Um, whereas in reality, we are all the way if you do something to the earth, like pollute the oceans, it doesn't happen in a vacuum. That affects all the fish, and then we eat the fish and it affects us. It's the same with all the people. We are all, and I think part of what happens is the way you're a self-contained little being, when in reality we are, you know, a cell in the body of Mother Earth, and everybody else is a cell too. And if we're trashing the other inhabitants slash cells, we're really trashing ourselves. We can understand that. I mean, from a even a self-interested perspective, we interest everybody. Even the wealth, you know, the rich people who are making their money back of the people who can barely afford it don't realize how much they're shooting themselves in the foot. Because if we in this country go into a depression, then fight that, you know? It's like everything is connected, and I feel I have a responsibility to at other people. Getting back to the COVID,
that man was placed here 200,000 years ago. I think we discussed this before, that we were actually placed here. Does anyone recall that being said by anyone? So I'm just wondering if we are part of it, and whether we are alien to this world. Over.
I'm not addressing the main of we could in the world go on. I mean, that happened to thousands of species who out of the nature, you know, lots of species have gone extinct. You know, it's part of the evolution of things, which I do believe in, and I do believe that there's evidence that we evolved here on this planet. So I guess I am answering the other part of that question too. But you know, us being able to all die off and it not hurt Mother Earth is perfectly true. And I frankly think it would be better for Mother Earth. And I just think that's because humans you know,